Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of the Light Body Living Podcast. My name is Chantel Salman, and I am coming to you from beautiful Barbados. I'm an iridologist, herbalist, and a raw food chef, and I have a clinic in Barbados called the Light Body Holistic Clinic in Pelican Village, number 24 Pelican Village. And at this clinic, we do some wonderful things to help people with their health and vitality. And this podcast is all about taking that a little further, a little deeper, for you to ask those questions and get those answers. Now, this year, I'm going to really focus in on the elements of earth, air, water, and fire, and how equally important they are to our health. And we're going to start by opening up this particular podcast to an introduction to the elements so you have a better understanding of what you need to focus on when it comes to these four elements. Um, so we're gonna do it so that you can get yourself aligned and energized in your life, and you really have something to put in place when you're setting your goals for this year and improving your routines. And we're starting off in January with the element of water, which is where most people start when it comes to detoxing or cleansing. So you're doing fresh juices and this kind of thing. So we're going to go through that a little bit. But these energies also, or these elements, have the healing properties to influence you physically, mentally, and spiritually. So you want to keep all those things in balance when you're talking about your vitality, your emotional stability, and your spiritual connection. So, earth is more like grounding and stability and nourishing. I look at my live food in would go into that category. Earth is more, air is more breathing, mental clarity, meditation, that kind of thing. Water is obviously water, or hydration, if you want to call it that. Emotional cleansing and getting yourself into that flow, okay, which we talked a little bit about yesterday. And then there's fire. Fire encompasses quite a few things, but it definitely is that end game that we're all looking for, where we have that transformation, where we imbue ourselves with more passion and energy. But literal fire also means that nutrient absorptive energy that you get from the sun. Okay, so getting out there and getting your vitamin D in. So that's pretty much the preview of what we're going to be talking about today. So let's start with back to the earth and grounding and stability. You want to focus in on your physical nourishment and connecting with the world around you, and not letting it be fluorescent lights and air conditioning and being in a dim room all day. You want to make sure and balance those out, because that really supports your health. Okay, so you want to make this a stable part of your routine. Okay, so grounding exercises for those of you, no matter where you are, you work on grounding in different ways. So if you can get outside, grass, sand, soiled, at least for 15 minutes, really connect with it. Bare feet will be best. It helps to move that electrical energy through your whole body system. Then you have um, eating more live, fresh foods. Um, this also helps with the electrical energy, the mineral rich foods, the leafy greens. Um, you're putting the earth through the foods into you. And once you've created that deep connection with the earth, you want to now make sure that you almost like meditate on it. So you visualize yourself growing, um, connecting to the earth, being rooted is what I am thinking of saying, which stabilizes your energy. Okay. Um, the benefits of this is obviously reducing your stress and anxiety, improving your nutrient ability. So once you get past what we're in right now, which is the cleansing phase, you want to introduce a lot more live foods. So living foods as opposed to foods that are dead. You want to eat more living foods so that you get the direct nourishment and minerals in a living form to put into your living being. Okay. And it helps to improve your resiliency. It helps to enhance your physical and energetic stability, which is one of the things you want. Um, so getting to the beach and getting I like to recommend that people do it in the middle of the day between 10 and 2 so that you get that energy from the sun as well as your grounding and you can do your exercises. So that's a little hack where you can do three things at once and get in all that good stuff. Next up is air, where you're focusing on your breath. There are lots of different breathing exercises out there, but what this does, it helps to physically it will help with cleaning up your lungs, putting a lot more oxygen in, carbon dioxide out, which you know happens, but we tend to be breathe a lot short or shallow because of the fact that we are not focusing on it. So when you have time to focus on it, you're now working on expanding that lung capacity, which increases your mental clarity. It really helps to calm you down and settle your energy and help you to connect with that higher power. You can do alternate breathing. You can do box breathing where you do uh, breathe in for a count of four, hold for a count of four, breathe out for a count of four. That really helps with calming and clarity. The type of air that you're breathing, if you can get outside or you can crack a window. I know in North right now it's quite cold, but recycling your air in your home is extremely important as well. Don't just keep all the windows buttoned down. Recycle that air so that fresh air gets in. For those of you in the tropics, you want to get outside um, in an area where you can refresh and energize your air capacity within your body system. Um, Having indoor plants and air purifiers and these kind of things, salt lamps help to draw the dust and so on to the lamp. You wipe off your lamps every now and then so you keep that clean to take in more dust. But purifying the air and keeping the air as and clean and um, energized as possible is also important. But it does help with your focus, mental clarity, like I said, calmness and emotional balance. So you want to really work on focusing that you're getting good, clean air on a regular. Okay. If you know that you're in an office, make sure that you take your breaks and do them outside, maybe if you can, where you get some sun and some fresh air. So you kind of making sure and doing more multiple things to help yourself in one go. Um, Next up is water. And water now is most people just focus on hydration. Now, hydration comes with all kinds of things we've gone over the last 10 to 15 years where everybody has been trying to drink at least 8 glasses of water and so on. But the type of waters that we have now, where a lot of them are man made, you really want to focus in on either getting good spring water, which you still have to test with a meter so you can see if the dissolved solids are high or low, if it's what pH is at, and this kind of thing. You don't want water in plastic, stainless steel or glass. And you can you don't have to skip all that, but for a lot of raw foodists and for my teacher Iris, he taught us that it is really about coconut water and your fruit. A large amount of fruits. As the day progresses, you get a different type of structured water from your fruits, as opposed to trying to get your hydration just from tap water or bottled water. So you can kind of ease yourself over to increasing your fruits and vegetables and reducing the large intake of water where you're peeing most of it back out and you're just overworking your kidneys. So hydration rituals need to change now. We've gone into a whole new way of looking at water. H3O2 is really what we're focusing on, and you get that with more structured water. And you can begin your day with a little lemon water, as most people do now. I'm really sorry that the grapefruit ritual has gone out of fashion, but our grandparents used to do more grapefruit. Barbados was full of grapefruit trees, and you had half a grapefruit first thing in the morning. And that citrus also moved a lot of the mucus, but a lot of people can't do that with the medications you're taking. So do the best you can. And salt baths are also a good ritual to get into maybe once or twice a week. It really helps to relax and cleanse the body through the skin. And then there is, well, for a lot of people here in Barbados, especially, you're getting to the ocean. So you can do different things in the ocean where, as we exercise, we swim, we eat fruits. Visual meditations in water is also helpful. Um, but getting in your fresh juices, herbal teas, and some water. I like to have different herbal teas, but I do loose leaf mixtures because I use a lot of teas around here. And we'll be talking about different herbs as time goes on. The one that I did recently was Cerasee, which is a wonderful herb that you can have in the mornings as well. But incorporating these things in your daily life helps to push out some of the things that you want to get rid of. Trying to stop it sometimes doesn't work, but putting in new and exciting things can help. So you can try different herbals, you can do different juices, um, you can incorporate moringa tea or um, cucumber or watermelon blends. Um, the hardest thing is to get started, and once you get started then you can go from there. You can do some research and build out bath salts with nice little herbs in it, um, put in essential oils and these kind of things. So you start your bath, and then it can get more complicated, but at least get started. Some people put in Epsom salt, people put in sea salt. But if you don't have a tub, you can, like I said, go for you. For those of you in tropical areas, you can go into the ocean and do your healing bath there. Okay. Now, next up is fire. So remember, this is just an introduction. We're going to get into this a lot deeper as the year goes on, and we're going to focus in on more and more different things when it comes to the elements and the energies and transformative energy of these elements, and that's where fire comes in. So this is fire is very energetic. um, it represents transformation, passion, your inner drive, and these are some of the things that you want to feel um, as you do some of the other elements. The fire and passion grows within you. Sunlight therapy, getting into the sun, like I said, boosts your energy and vitality. It gives you your vitamin D as well. Movement practices, um, strength training, meditation, yoga, walking, all of the above, swimming, um, just to mention a few, because people play tennis. Whatever it is that gets you going, movement is important to this equation, and keeping that fire and motivational energy burning bright. Um, You also have to think of your fires not just a physical fire burning within you for motivation, but there's a mental one as well. So you're setting the intentions of transformation. So you want to focus on those intentions you have, okay, and make sure that you keep yourself disciplined to the routine that you build out for yourself as time goes on. Okay, now once you start doing this, you want to see some of these benefits, right? So the benefits would be your passion for certain things increase. It crowds out the things that you don't want to focus on so much in your life. Keep yourself motivated. It helps to build your metabolic rate as well, so it supports that metabolic health. Detoxing is part of this, so you balance the two. Some people do it in different ways. I usually recommend segmented seasonal cleanses, and then in between you do some intermittent fasting. It's just a word that they use, but you eat in blocks of time so that you're not eating or grazing all through the day. And then you take those, once you get those things in place, then you work on changing out or substituting out some of your foods. And you can check us out at organicearthiraw.com and see what we're up to. But I am on IG, which is Organic Earth Barbados. And but you are already on here, which is, I think this one is Organic Like Body Living Podcast. Okay, so you can send it to a friend who needs motivation or to need to find some things to help them move the needle forward. We're here to help support people in everywhere we can. So once you start integrating these elements into your um, daily lives, you really, like I said, all four elements are extremely important, equally important. I mean, we tend to focus a lot on the food aspect of things, but all four are important. So, your daily practice of grounding, cleansing, eating more live foods, deep breathing, exercising, meditation need to come together in a well rounded routine. Some people are morning people like me, where I tend to do quite a number of these things in the morning before I even get started at work. So I like to do my meditation, my strength training. If I don't strength train, I go walking, and then come back, have my tea, make my green drink, and then start my day. Take my green drink on my travels to get to the office. Once I get there, you make something for lunch, whether it be wraps, wild rice with coconut wild rice. I'm just telling you some of my favorites off the top of my head. Wraps is at the top of the list with collard greens, but I haven't seen any collard greens recently, so I have to humble myself and wait till um, I can get some grown or the vendors have it. Coconut wild rice, stuffed mushrooms. There are certain things I really like. Pasta with pesto. So I tend to focus on those ones because it encourages me to keep going. And then in the evening, I tend to do cocoa tea. Um, Something calming and relaxing. Sometimes I go to the beach, walk the beach, jump in the ocean, but I'm doing that also to clear some of the energy off of me of the day. And I combine my herbal tea with building out a nice cocoa tea drink. And I usually like to add lion's mane in there and reflect on the day, do some journaling. Um, and then I start all over the next day and make sure and go to bed early and get a good sleep. So you try to stick to your routine. Obviously, it goes off and you have to go out and do other things, but putting yourself first is what all of 2025 is about. If you want to be successful in your transformation. So I want to hear your stories. So you can write in the comments on what you're up to and how your routine is going, and any small start from those things that I told you. It takes time to get there. There's no rush. It's a journey, not a race. And you really, really have to try to put some of these things in place. And sometimes for some people it's quite easy, for other people it's not. They have family, they have this, they have that going on, and it takes a little while to adjust and readjust until you get it, so that you can really start focusing on yourself. But if you have a commitment to do that this year, this is the place to be. So I'll encourage you to continue to listen and get committed to at least one element to focus on that you want to practice for a week. And also join our community, the Wellness Warriors community. This community you can join for a year, and within that year all these things are going to be talked about, but we're doing recipes as well. Right now, people are getting ready to do two different types of cleanses. One of those cleanses, for those people that are already in the Wellness Warriors, there is a 3 to 10 day cleanse that they can do. And these ones are seasonal. So there's one in January, and then there'll be one in April, one in June, July, and then the next one in September, October. Um, but a lot of people are doing their cleansing portion now, which is the element of water, like I said, and then we get into the food aspect and teaching you how to make certain things. So we're gonna start at the basics and move up as we go along. And I hear your feedback on what it is you want to learn about. Um, but we're also going to be doing the same kind of rhythm at the clinic. Okay, so next week I'm going to be exploring the art of seasonal living, aligning yourself with the natural rhythms of optimal health. And just to recap, we talked about the unique qualities of introducing more elemental wellness into your life: more earth, more air, more water, and more fire. So, those elements are equally important. Okay, I keep emphasizing equally because we tend to not realize that they are equally important, and we put food at the forefront of our lives. But the quality of your air, the quality of the water, our hydration that you're getting, and your passion and motivation to transform is just as important as the food that you eat. So enjoy your beautiful day, and remember to reflect on nature, and remember, there's limitless potential to live a radiant, conscious life. And that's what happening. That's what we're all striving for 2025.